Good morning, everybody. Dobre utra. It is a beautiful day, clear skies. You can see the blue, hardly any clouds, if any, and the sun's shining, which is absolutely lovely. Life is much better when you're living in the sun and living in the light. Today, got an interesting day. It's your fault. So we opened up a bank account here in Russia, and we've been moving some money from Canada. So obviously we have sold our place in Canada, and we have been moving a little bit of money here. We found a way to do that, and we'll explain some more of that later videos. Within Russia, there is apparently a law. It's like a money laundering law, where if you have money coming into your bank and you can't prove where it came from, and it becomes kind of questionable, they would like documents to prove where it came from. It kind of makes sense, I guess, in case of illegal activity. I've never had anything like that in Canada. We had a vegetable stand, and we sold a lot of meat as well as other things, and so there's always amounts of money coming in, and of course amounts of money coming out for expenses, and that's just a normal routine. I've never ever had anybody question that. I've never had, it doesn't matter, I don't think. As far as I know, there's no rule against it, whether I put 500 different small deposits in a bank in one day or 5 or 1,000. I'm pretty sure it makes absolutely no difference. Here, apparently it's different. I forget the exact law number. Somebody's mentioned it down here in the comments in one of the last videos. And we have been found guilty of breaking that law. So the result is that our bank account's been frozen and we can't use it. Not for online purchases. I couldn't even upgrade my phone. My phone plan needed to be paid for. I couldn't pay for it. I can't take the card to the store and buy anything, groceries, nothing. They froze it, so I'm not able to use it. I went into the bank to try to resolve this. Oh, first of all, one of the other reasons is that many of our viewers asked us to put the bank card number on the videos so that they could contribute a little bit. And so we're very grateful for those donations, for receiving those. We're very thankful for that. But that red flagged it. I didn't count. I have no idea how many different donations, but there's a whole bunch of small little donations that showed up into the account. And between that and we had 3 transactions that we brought over from Canada. Between those, that was enough to flag the account and shut her down. It's froze. So from what I understand, I need to provide documents for that. I can show documents from my bank in Canada saying, hey, we sold this house, this farm, and after paying off our debts, we have this small amount left, and we're bringing that amount over. That's easy to show. Or easy, it can be done. I can get documentation for that. I of course cannot find documentation for the donations. There's no way for me to show where the donation money came from. It's not an earned income from a job. It's not a pension. It's not something that I sold. It's a gift, and I have no way of showing that. So anyway, I went into the bank. First I tried to call them on the phone, and they said I needed a safe number, and I have no idea what that is. So they couldn't help me. So the next day I went into the bank. I thought, okay, we'll try to straighten this out, which is always fun. The lady I talked to was super friendly, super understanding, didn't speak a word of English, and I don't speak much Russian. But with Google Translate, we managed to make through. And basically, long story short, I even had my lawyer on the phone. There's nothing they can do. She understands, but she's still dealing with a system. And in that system, documents A, B, and C need to be shown in order for them to unfreeze the account. So I don't know what I'm going to do there. The documents from the farm we have, and so we're going to get those translated, and hopefully that'll be sufficient to unlock it. Where we go from here, as far as any further donations, if you send them, I have no idea, because I can't show documents on that. But I still can't get my account. It's froze. It's been froze now for 2 days. There are some people who have donated through, there's a couple of links down there. For one, we weren't aware that we could link a bank card until some of you told us that. But Boosty was something that also someone told us about. And so those ones I would actually have a paper trail on. If you donate to Boosty, then when it transfers from Boosty to the bank, I think I can show documentation on that. Any case, it's froze right now. We can't get anything out. I believe I can at the teller, if I understand it correctly. I can go to the bank and remove money from the lady behind the desk. What we're going to do now is open a separate account, try again, because obviously I can't even buy groceries, right? We have some cash in the house, but not a lot. And so we're going to try to do, Anneesa and I are going to go to the bank. We're going to try to open an account for her. We're going to try to move some money from our account into that account. And that should get us by for at least a little while until, well, hopefully it doesn't happen, but until they flag it and freeze it again. So, very frustrating. It's not like some regime thing, like some people in the West are going to look at this and say, see, it's a controlling, terrible regime. No, it's an anti-money laundering law. It's probably a good law. In this case, it's extremely frustrating, but I'm confident there's a workaround for everything. Often the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing when you're dealing with government or banks, and you have agencies and departments and they need to communicate with one another and blah blah blah. It's not as common sense as some of us would like it to be, and although banking I think is much simpler in Canada, accounts get froze there too. We've seen that in the past with a mild peaceful protest and all of a sudden citizens' bank accounts were frozen. So that's not something that's unique to this country. I don't think it's a reflection of government or anything like that. It's just the way it is, and something we need to work around. And it's extremely frustrating at the moment for us to deal with. It's getting dark out now. We are on our way back. We went back to the bank. So we couldn't get money out of my account to get it in the new bank account. So we went back to the house. We picked up a little bit of cash, and we went back to the bank to go put it in. When we get there, we can't find the debit card. So I don't know what happened to her debit card, but it's missing. It's one of those days. So on the way back, we're going to stop at the Spar and grab a few things, and I gotta come out. So that video will be playing right now. Just walking down the street, Anneesa and I trying to get some stuff done. We're going to get a few groceries. So we ran into Dimitri. So he was saying he thought it was kind of interesting. He's never seen his own street on YouTube before, so he lives right close by here. And
very funny situation.
Yeah. And he speaks English.
Canadian had to come here for me to see my native city and my native home first time ever on YouTube. Yeah. That's very funny.
What do you think about other people coming here?
That's great.
You think it's great?
I think you are the first who can. One of the first who can. You're on the head. You're on the head in the head of the wave.
More coming. Yeah, I think so too.
Coming. You know, we have multinational country, and from Catherine II, it was 18th century. There was many.
Lots of people came then. Yeah.
There were many German people. Had been living on this land in Russia. Yep. And in 1990s, many Russian Germans, we call them, so they relocated to their historical motherland, to Germany.
Yep.
And everything is happening now.
They're coming back.
They're coming back.
Yeah, I've heard
they're coming back. They don't agree, and they don't like what is happening in Germany now. And that is new history. I think. Yep. It's the spiraling.
The world has changed a lot.
A lot.
What do you, to anybody watching that wants to come, is it safe here, or are they all going to go to jail when they show up?
I think you have to say. Of course, I can say that my country is the best. Everybody
says that.
Proud of his own land.
Yeah. But I had some people tell me that as soon as I got off the airplane, I would be thrown in jail. Yeah, didn't happen.
It didn't happen yet.
No.
Strange.
And I haven't seen anybody looking for me yet either, so I think it's okay. Good.
That's right.
Take care.
Good.
So that's for Dimitri. And then after that, we went into the Spar to get something. We decided, you know what? Just the two of us. been a long week, even though it's only Wednesday. And we just said, you know what, we're gonna go in a restaurant next door, just get something to eat. Oh yes, she slept too on the way. I forgot about that. She slept on the way to the bank and in the ice. So here, I should show you that before it gets darker. The sidewalks are all cleared up. So earlier I said I didn't know like if they did it or not, because we're always tromping through snow, and back home they keep it all nice and tidy. But look at this. They've got them really wide, cleaned right up. Very nice. Even on the road, they spent quite a bit of time. They had a payloader out there cleaning up the snow on the road, so I was pretty happy to see that too. So they do clean snow here, just in case anyone's wondering. They clean it up. Anyway, after the we decided to go to the restaurant, and we ran into another guy named Alex, and he's from this area as well. So just interesting how both of them were like, hey, from the videos they recognized the spots. And Alex, I think he said, just watched the video of us going to the dairy farm, the cow farm. And then when we came up to the restaurant, he recognized us. Recognized my toque, actually. This is called a toque in Canada. This hat, winter hat for everybody else. So yeah, it's been quite a week. We still have nothing in the bank account, and we now don't know where the debit card is, and my accounts are still frozen. But the day is almost over, and I had a really nice time with my lovely wife. Hey. It was nice to just sit and eat something, the two of us. Picked up a few groceries now and head back to the house. Spend some time with the kids and call it a day. So, that's it. That's all. God bless you.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city light. Darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty.